everybody, and welcome back to another new and noteworthy mod review. Today we're going to take a look at the alcohol manufacturing pack available over at kingmods.net. But before that, this video is brought to you by Cowboy Farming and Rick Wharf. Thank you for being farm barons. So the alcohol manufacturing mod can be found over at kingmods.net, as I said. And as a result of that, it is going to be available for PC only. I highly doubt we will ever see something like this make its way to console because of the nature of what it is producing. Now, what is the alcohol manufacturing pack? Well, it includes 4 placeables. First up, it includes a yeast laboratory where we will be producing yeast that is going to be then used further down the production line for the purpose of manufacturing alcohol and wine products. Second facility is going to be the alcohol factory. And the alcohol factory is going to be able to produce vodka, bourbon, schnapps, ethanol, and whiskey. The third facility is going to be a winery where they are going to produce wine and port. And then the final placeable, and this is, in my opinion, where a lot of people making production mods fall short. They make really great products that make things, but then they never include a way to sell the things they make. So here we have the kind of the ABC store, or the alcohol store, or whatever you want to call it. But basically, where you go to buy your booze. And that is this location right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at it here in the production chains. We start with yeast. We need 2 units of grapes, 2 units of sugar to make 1 unit of yeast. 5,000 grapes and sugar are going to be the max inputs, and 2,500 yeast, I believe, is the max output. Then we move up to our alcohol factory. The alcohol factory's inputs are water, wheat, yeast, barley, wood chips, potatoes, and corn. Now, how does it all break it all out? 40 units of water, 40 units of wheat, 1.5 units of yeast is going to make 15 units of vodka. Whiskey, on the other hand, is going to be 40 units of water, 35 units of barley, 10 units of wood chips, and 1.5 units of yeast. It's going to make 15 units of whiskey. Schnapps, 25 units of water, 40 units of potatoes, 1.5 units of yeast. It's going to make 15 units of schnapps. Bourbon, we have 40 units of water, 35 units of corn, 10 units of wood chips, and 1.5 units of yeast to make 15 units of bourbon. Ethanol is going to be 40 units of water, 30 units of wheat, 1.5 units of yeast is going to make 7.5 units of ethanol. And then you're going to use your ethanol at the winery. Grapes and ethanol are going to be your inputs at your winery. 90,000 max input for grapes, 9,000 max inputs for ethanol. And then we basically have wine is just going to be grape to wine. Straight and simple. Port is going to be grape and just a wee little bit of ethanol in order to make your port. Now let's go to our prices screen. And we'll scroll down and we're going to see that we have added to our products yeast, which you can sell to the alcohol factory. Vodka is going to be available for sale at the alcohol store, which is what we placed, as well as whiskey, schnapps, bourbon, wine, port, and ethanol is going to have its sell point at the winery. So ethanol is used very, very little, so you need to use and be careful how much of that you produce. Let's take a look at these in the build mode. So if we go to production, factories, they are all here under Cobalt. That is the mod author that has produced this pack. We have the yeast laboratory for $50,000. I do like that it is branded and such. Then we have the alcohol factory for $120,000. You can see it rotates on its center. We have dump stations for our solid and liquid products. And of course, our pallet output. Then we have the winery. Again, we have a dump station for our grapes and our ethanol. And then we have our pallet and our interactive icon there. If we go to selling points, then we have the Cobalt Alcohol Store. $80,000. We can put that down. And of course, the sell point is around back. And it is just that simple. Pretty straightforward in how it all works. Just want to demonstrate. Boxes sell super fast. I have to say, I think these are some of the highest quality looking custom production pallets that I have seen to date come from any production mod out of the Giants Mod Hub. Here our whiskey. And our ethanol bottles. Our schnapps. Bourbon. And each box is different, which I really like. And then we have our yeast. Cool. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you all think of the alcohol manufacturing mod? There is a link down in the description. If you are interested in downloading this and giving it a try. I mentioned about this mod in a previous map review, where the map author has included fill types for these products. There is a little bit of a warning in the log that is mostly tied to the alcohol factory, to the store that you're going to put down. And that is because it also includes the fill types for wheat beer, barley beer, honey beer, and strawberry beer. There is a mod out there that produces those beers also, and this particular placeable will sell those if you happen to have that mod also installed. So until next time, happy farming.